amorcito. You look so relaxed. How are you doing? Can I pet you? You want some pets? All right. Oh. I love you, puppy. Did you have a good day today? We went into town today and got some groceries and used the Wi-Fi for some work stuff. It seems like a simple little thing, but it was like the whole day. It was a big adventure of the day. Ooh, and now the gnats are coming out, so I came down here to find my light before it gets too dark, because once it gets dark here, there's no way in hell I'm leaving the tent because I am scared. Yeah, I mean, the stars are truly amazing. Ugh, and with the backdrop of the forest. Oh, fuck. Wow, that night went in my eye. Wow, they got me. I can't be too expressive or they'll get me. Oh my god, the night sky is amazing, but we are in the forest, you know? So I'm not trying to get eaten by I don't know, I'm not trying to get hunted if I gotta pee in the middle of the night and I'm just like sitting butt naked or like squatting better. Yeah, if I'm just squatting naked in the middle of the woods and there's nobody around here. No way. I'm staying in that tent, so I'm getting prepared. There's no way I was gonna walk all the way down here later to get the light. It's now or never. The sun is setting. It's almost 8. We have so many groceries that they didn't even all fit in the bag. I mean, this like little pineapple cooler, it's a backpack cooler. And then I got some groceries in these duffel bags, the green ones. Oh, yeah. And then there's like cans and stuff that, like, you know, don't need to be refrigerated or will not get eaten by animals. And then I got food also in the creek. We got fresh food in this cooler. And I really spoiled myself with some orange juice and some coconut yogurt that was like $6. And it's not my favorite brand, but it is probiotics and it's vegan and it's yogurt, and so I'm happy. I'll take what I can get out here. Food is medicine. It is how I healed my Crohn's disease, at least at the very beginning, when I was a kid. It's what started my whole entire path into spirituality, actually. Began with my relationship with food. So, it is worth the investment to eat well, to eat food that's not laced with poisons, with Agent Orange. It's way too common and way too accessible and way too affordable. I was even just looking at peanut butter here at the Safeway in Pollock Pines. Oh my god, normally I get peanut butter like in Oakland for like $2.50 a jar from Sprouts. It doesn't have any like added stuff in it, it's just peanuts. But here, the only thing that I could find that was just peanuts, $6. But then the stuff that had like glyphosate in it, like high fructose corn syrup, and like soybean oil, so much glyphosate in soybean oil, that is literal poison. That, of course, was the cheap, accessible stuff. It's like laced with poisons, you know? It's just like depressing. So I feel like I'm spending way more money here on groceries for the same stuff I would buy back home. And I definitely feel a little sting about it. It stings. But I'm telling myself, food is medicine. It is worth it. Like, it's not a bad investment. It is one of the best investments, because also my body is my literal fuel right now. That's how I'm gonna get up to Tahoe. Electricity and my body. So it makes sense to eat foods that aren't tampered with by capitalism. Big corporations that are just looking to make a buck and, yeah, also destroying the earth in the process. It is worth it to buy real food that's like actually medicinal. Still trying to figure out who will be able to bring me up this battery. Because, like, definitely I have many of friends who want to come visit me, chosen family. But it's a matter of timing at this point. I'm like, okay, definitely Abundance would love a visit at any time. And also, like, who can bring me this battery right now? Or, like, within the next couple weeks. I'm starting to feel anxious about, being in this liminary space where I don't have the answer and I don't know. Like, I have a few leads, but I can't plan. It's impossible to plan. Actually, one of my friends is going to come visit me up here in a few days. I'm so excited, but the timing is not aligned for the battery to arrive at her house before she gets here. So, yeah, I'm trying to coordinate with people in my ecosystem and see where the overlap of needs can get met. People who want to take a little vacation right now, and yeah, who can help me out with this battery. Yeah, I'm doing my best to just breathe through the tension. I'm not holding it in my body when I breathe it out. And when I tap it out, whoo, reminds me of like tapping the ketchup bottle. Have you ever used like a glass ketchup bottle and you have to tap the neck? I used to do that at restaurants when I was a kid. I'm like helping the energy flow. Give it a little love tap. Yeah, what can I do besides literally breathe in each moment when I feel tense? That is what is in my control. What is in my control is stocking up on groceries. What a luxury. Even though the price tag was like a little shock to my nervous system, I was like, oh my God, did I really get that much? Like, whoa. It's such a luxury to have like a whole variety of groceries available. Yeah. Yeah, so I mentioned in a previous video that actually, I don't even think I've published it yet. It's like yeah, one of those videos that I forgot to publish but will publish. But I talk about veganism. I was vegan for 8 years. And really just before this trip, like a month before this trip, I started kind of experimenting, pushing my edges. Exploring my edges. That sounds less coercive. Yeah, so basically, I'm gonna have bacon tomorrow morning for the first time in a really long time. A really long time. But yeah, bacon feels like a luxury to me because we didn't have a lot of money growing up, and yeah, bacon was special. It wasn't just something you'd have every day. It was like a special day. And I have like very warm, positive memories associated with bacon. And it's like times where the family is not in a rush and we can just kind of lounge around the house like a casual Saturday or like a lazy Sunday. Very happy memories with bacon. So I do not imagine it's something I'm gonna like buy every week or every month or every year. But the other day, I ate some pork and beans. It's basically like baked beans, which is just like barbecue sauce and beans cooked, and then the sugar kind of like crystallizes, and it's so delicious. This is like, well, this is what I would call white American food, like what I ate growing up and what we ate on like 4th of July and stuff like that. But my mom would like cut up hot dogs and put hot dogs in the beans too, and then it was like pork and beans. Yummy. Actually does not sound good to me right now, like at this age, but I have such beautiful memories with that. It was like a special treat that we would have when family was in town, so I have all these happy memories associated with it. In a time where I was way more closeted about who I am, and yeah, definitely like, I don't know, the tension was there, I was just hiding it. Now it's out in the open, but a moment where when I felt accepted, even though I was hiding parts of myself, but I was included. And that feels very nostalgic to me now, like super far away in the past. I feel rejected. And I'm not taking it personally, but it is sad. But yeah, it feels like a really tender thing for me to like revisit these memories through like making myself some bacon. But this time it cost way more because it has to be ethically sourced and it has to be not carcinogenic for my body. So worth the money to have a little bit of comfort on the trip. Maybe I can do some time traveling and connect with my little self from childhood. Because the smell and the taste really like triggers the memory. So it could be a really nice time to integrate actually. Eating those pork and beans was so nostalgic. I usually like avoid sugar, not like fruits or something, but or like ice cream. I love ice cream, but I don't like if I make a salad. I just put olive oil and vinegar or olive oil and lemon. I don't add sugar to it normally. So I just try not to get things that like don't need sugar in them, you know? Like yogurt, it makes sense to me that it has sugar because that's how it ferments. So I'm like, yes, give me that yogurt. It doesn't feel artificial. It's balanced for me. I get the unsweetened yogurts. Long story short, I made my own version of baked beans with like, yeah, just a more expensive, healthier barbecue sauce. Healthier. It's like full of sugar, but you know, it's not laced with chemicals. So just real ingredients, real barbecue sauce, and a can of beans and some Beyond Meat bratwurst. Yummy. I am obsessed with Beyond Meat. I really like it. It's been a guilty pleasure of mine for a while, but the more I think about it, the more I feel like, wow, why do I need to feel a guilty pleasure about this? Maybe this is like the way I internalize fat phobia, or I don't even know if it's fat phobia. But it definitely feels like trauma, definitely. So, yeah, I'm not invested in that narrative of feeling shame around liking processed food. Because it's like not healthy, you know? It's like full of sodium and it's super processed. But I love it, so I'm not gonna stop eating it. It's delicious. Yeah, so it was really cool to make my own version of it, and that kind of opened up my heart. And now I'm leaning into that opening. It feels soft and warm. And it's really out of my comfort zone to eat animals. It is very emotional for me, and it is a sacred experience. I do not take it lightly. I don't take lives for granted. Yeah, it is deeply sacred. So it'll be a whole experience tomorrow morning. I'm really looking forward to it. And I got myself some orange juice. I usually never buy orange juice. Never. Because it's just like full of sugar. I'd rather just like eat an orange, you know? I read this Ayurveda book years ago at the beginning of my health journey of like healing my Crohn's disease. And I learned in that book that the body really can't process, or it's not designed to process that much sugar that quickly, like with juices or smoothies, which sucks because I love smoothies and I still eat them all the time. I tried going a period without smoothies, but I just can't. But I did cut out juices. It just didn't feel worth it to me after knowing that and sitting with it. So, yeah, but tomorrow I'm just gonna like, yeah, like make do with my circumstances, you know? What can I do? I'm stuck here. So I might as well like walk down memory lane and have like a really fancy breakfast, orange juice and bacon. Oh my god. I'm gonna poop so good. Yeah, what a luxury. Oh my god. It feels like what are those called? It feels like opening up a time capsule. Um like one that you bury in the ground from like years ago or something, but it's like an emotional time capsule. And I don't know, I guess this forest kind of feels like my diary. It's holding me. The trees, they're still alive. They're so resilient. They have burn marks, but they're still alive. So symbolic. I'm like, okay, trees, inspire me. I was not expecting this. What a silly thing to not expect. The trees are just amazing. I'm so inspired by them. And they definitely hold each other up, and they definitely can sense where I'm standing and where I'm existing. Like, we are part of the same ecosystem now. And they feel that, and I feel that, and I feel so held. Knowing like this soil that I'm standing on is standable because their roots are all like holding hands in a way, holding roots and holding the soil in together. They like create the firmness for us to walk on. It's just amazing. Yeah, and their roots are like their neurons, the mycelium networks that live in their roots. They can sense everything, and they totally can sense me walking and the paths I'm using. So, and like where I'm peeing. You're welcome. I saw this one was thirsty. They were so burnt. We are in relationship. I gotta post that video where I reflect on veganism. My emotional experience with it, not like a scientific perspective. I'm tired of that discussion. I'm more interested in the emotional experience of food, because no matter what kind of food you put in your body, it is such an emotional experience because it's so deeply tied with memories. It's so comforting to eat food that you have happy memories with. So it's a deep topic and it's a sensitive subject. So yeah, I really love sharing my experience about it, because for a long time I felt shame around being vegan, because I feel like vegans are judged and they're like disliked. So I would always try to downplay it. And it's weird because I would feel the shame. And now that I'm eating animals in like small quantities, I feel guilt. There's definitely a layer of guilt about it. But it's not black or white. It's very multidimensional. Like I feel guilt and I feel deep gratitude and deep reverence and deep respect. And like, well, there's so much to say on this topic. I'm not going to go deeper into it. If you're interested, check out the previous video. It's something 0.5. I think it's like 3.5, unless it's 3.2. I haven't published it yet, so I'll make it 3.5. It might be 2.5. We'll see. It'll have a 0.5 in it, and it'll be earlier up in the playlist. So I don't want people to tell me what to do or how to eat, or I don't want people to bring science into it, because like I've done my own scientific research, and I'm not interested in having one of these like scientific debates. Really, this is an emotional thing, so I'm very open to hearing about your emotional experience with the way that you've related to food over time. Yeah, I don't want people to tell me what to do or make comments about who I am, but I would be super curious to hear other experiences. So, yeah, it could be a cool way to connect